bird on a tree.
Hey guys, Kapper here, and I'm going to do a full review and setup on this Terrain Archer 5-sided blind. I think I paid around $700 for this at Tractor Supply. It was cheaper than anywhere else. And the first thing you'll notice on a fly around is that the bottom shape of it is not exactly the way it's supposed to be. And the reason for that is because it is very, very flimsy. The roof is fantastic. You could see it's shaped nicely, but if you look at the base right here as we're flying around, the shape didn't turn out right. And they really don't have any method of you getting the shape exactly right. I mean, you connect all the walls and you could still shift that bottom around quite a bit. But overall, I'm going to give this thing 3 stars. And it will accomplish the mission of getting you into a blind for a reasonably affordable price, because if you have priced these things out, you'll know that they're between anywhere from $1,500 to $3,500, and that's a lot of money. So this blind does give you some bang for the buck, so let's get into it. Alright, so we're trying to make it easier. Cutting the carpet out here. Obviously you can see the floor shape we got, and then we're going to screw the carpet down to the plywood. It's going to be a nice quiet floor. Okay, here's a quick look at the carpet, and now we're going to haul the blind up. Beautiful view. And set it on top and start putting her down. Okay, so we're unloading the blind. We're trying to get it started. The really good news is that all the windows are installed. I can't tell you how many blinds over the years I've bought where you got to put them dang things in. All right, we slid actually 4 panels up. 2 of them were together. So it was 2 sets of 2, and Mike's putting them together now. All right, I'm working on the roof, piecing this together. And Mike's trying 2 walls, and then we're going to join forces here shortly. Alright, we got it tacked down. It's obviously not in its shape. Mike's going to turn on a camera, and I'm gonna walk this roof up there in this 40-mile-an-hour wind. And Mike's... Okay, so you see the top on the right side there, how it's kind of flimsy. But don't give up yet. I got a lot more video, and this is a decent blind for the money. Alright, so here's the inside of the blind. I'm going to tell you, I really like this so far. The Banks blinds that I have were like $2,400 with the tower, okay? And I'm not really that impressed. They're all clear windows in the Banks blind. You have to buy a curtain kit separate. These are all tinted. I really like that. These windows are all tinted, so at least you got some of your lighting down. They open downward for these gun windows, which actually I could shoot a bow out of here. And then these, they swing open. There's the hinges. But I mean, it's flimsy. You could see it kind of wobbling when you open a window. But we tacked it down really good down here with baseboards. So it's not going to go anywhere. It's $600 to get something here that if you put it together right, it'll last you your lifetime. So man, this is a great budget blind. The towers cost me about $250 in materials. So I got this whole setup for like $850-ish, $900 maybe. So even for $1,000, this is incredible. You got a 10-foot high tower, a permanent blind. So I really like it. Although it's raining and overcast right now, and when you open the windows, that's going to change. However, I'm sure on a bright sunny day you can get busted in there a bit easier. I'm going to tell you what, it is blowing. The whole thing's shaking. Thank goodness we put them heat posts down. But she's shaking. Okay, so this is going to be my review here from a real world setting. Let's just start with the view. The view is really nice. It's laid out very nicely. You could see all directions, but you see my extra covers on these windows. You still need to black out the back side of wherever you anticipate shooting, because it's still, even with the tinted windows, it's still not dark enough. Now, I do like how the windows open, or at least these rectangle ones. They're pretty dang quiet, nice and easy to open when you need to open them, and pretty quiet for the most part to close them. Here again, you have to black out other stuff. Now, this door was really problemsome. This lower hinge totally broke on us. Now, keep in mind, these are on a tundra and they are out in direct wind, and they have survived some serious winds, but that pin came out of that one. Now, that could be from one of the guys leaving it open. And these wood 2x4s are a must, because if I didn't add these, this blind would have been torn off. If you get one of these, you almost could add more 2x4 supports up the side rails as well. Now, you could see all the snow in there. This thing does leak. It leaks from all of the windows. And the roof is pretty good. The roof doesn't leak. I like the roof design. And as far as shooting, it lays out very nicely. You could see here that you could shoot in front of you, but if you needed to shoot behind you, you're going to have to totally move your chair all the way around. I mean, totally move it all the way around, because there's not that much room in there. And I'll show you here in just a second. The snow is coming in from pretty much all directions. The floor is totally soaked. My cushion's soaked. You could see it everywhere. So just imagine when it's raining. Now, it wasn't the rain. The rain comes down from them windows there, but it doesn't come in from the roof. So technically, you're dry from above. And as far as space goes, it's tight, but it's a one-person blind. And I don't care if they say it's a two or not. It's a one-person blind, and it does accomplish the mission for one person using it. That was cracked. There was a few spots that were cracked once we opened them, during delivery and that. To me, it wasn't worth trying to get another one exchanged, because it was actually hunting season when we put these up. So I really wanted to get them up ASAP. But it is disappointing here. I set my hat down the first day, and it was blowing rain and snow sideways, and my hat got soaked from the floor. So it is not waterproof by any means. The roof is, but the rest of it isn't, which is just a darn shame. Now, I'd almost consider putting some foam up in there, and you could seal it up even better where the roof meets the walls. Okay, and here's just another look for spacing. You got my chair there. There's not a ton of space, but it does suffice for one person, whether it's bow or gun. And the height is really nice for a bow hunter. There's no doubt about that. So I've already showed you this door. Let me show you here what the tint looks like when you open one compared to when they're closed. Oh yeah, here's a major issue. So these bow windows here, they're so flimsy. Let me show you what happens when you open them. So you open it, that's fine and dandy. Once you get it open, not bad. But look, and this could have just been mine, but it won't close now, because I don't know if it's from the cold or the heat. Now keep in mind, I didn't put the windows in, they did. So I had to put the camera down and get 2 hands just to get this thing closed. What's happening is the window is bowing. You could see right here, so I needed both of my hands to unbow those 2 spots between the hinges just to get that long window closed. So that is kind of a problem right there. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, I'm going to open one now so you could see the different, how much lighter it is outside. I really like these windows here. I mean, I almost think if it just had more of these without them long ones, it would be a much better blind. I mean, you probably realistically don't even need the them long bow windows. Here's one of the deer when I was hunting this day. And here's just another look at the bow window is closed and the right one is open, and it's almost dark. It's a half hour before shooting time. So this just kind of shows you the difference in the tint versus when it's open. Okay, so that sums up the review. I'm giving it 3 stars for the reasons I've identified. Oh, real quick, don't forget to like this video. I appreciate it. Share it if you know anybody interested. For the $600 or $700 price tag, I think it's a pretty decent deal, because just to buy the materials you're looking at close to that, not to mention the time and the extra weight with a blind like this. So you have to add some supports on the inside. Some places are charging $1,300 and $1,400 for this. I don't recommend it at that price. But if you get it for the $600, $700 price range like I did, it's good enough to accomplish the mission if you reinforce it. So stay tuned for more at Kapper Outdoors. We appreciate the support and hope you enjoy joining us on this journey of country living. So thanks a lot.